Hello, welcome to Horror Monster Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new A Nightmare on Elm Street replica Freddy Glove from Trick or Treat Studios. So let's go ahead and spin it around and take a closer look. Alright guys, so here is the glove out of the packaging. And let's go ahead and take a close look at this guy. Now, I will be the first to tell you that while I love Freddy and I know a lot about him, I'm not a glove aficionado. Like, I know that there's some of you guys out there that know the color of the rivets and, you know, if this piece had a little nick on it or whatever, down to the finest detail. I am not that guy. All I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what Trick or Treat provided, and which looks, you know, pretty close from, I want to say, like a novice or, you know, glove guy. But let's go ahead and take a look. We have the rivets seem well done. We do have good movement in all of the joints. We'll take a close look at all of the finger joints for you guys. So it's kind of weird collectible to review because it kind of moves on me all the time. But about the only thing I know for sure as far as detailing on the original Nightmare on Elm Street was this piece. And that is replicated. I would say overall it feels well done. This is obviously all metal besides the glove itself. Let's take a look at the shape of the blades. The blades are not sharpened. Take a look at the inside here. Now the glove is pretty well cut up, which my assumption is that they replicated the original one. But I mean, it's pretty well torn up here, even down to here. So we just have that band holding on there. We got their tag on it, but they have good weathering on here, or staining. They use to mimic the weathering. But so far, overall, I do like it. Let's see how it fits. Okay, so here's the glove on, and I have what I would call normal size hands, length fingers. But getting the glove on is a little bit of a pain. I'm bottomed out on my fingers, but there's just not enough material here to keep my pinky from wanting to come out. And that's also the case for all of these other fingers. I have to really struggle to keep that in there, or else it just wants to pop out like that. So it's really kind of hard to get that to stay in there. And again, it's all the way down. Thumb fits good. Look at the articulation. But another problem I have is that the pinky wants to come through here like that. So it's hard to articulate the pinky. I have to really kind of push it down to do the articulation, or else these fingers just want to pop on out of there. So maybe if you have big hands, you might be better off. I don't believe though that Robert had huge fingers. So I'm not sure if the glove is supposed to be cut up so much. My assumption is it is, but hopefully you guys can kind of tell me if that's the way it should be or not. I would, if I was doing some kind of con, I would obviously cut this tag off. But I think overall it works. Now my intent for this is not to wear them. I got the first 4 gloves and I want to do like a little plaque, mount them on there with like his sweater in the background is my intent with these. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it works. But man, it just wants to come right out of there. There's not much holding on. In fact, this guy had to fold the flap down just to kind of keep my pointer finger in there, or else it just comes right out the hole. So see how the pinky just wants to come right on out? Maybe that's the problem that Robert had with the glove too, I don't know. But it does work. It does look the part. And we're gonna set Trick or Treat Studios glove aside, and I will show you NECA's glove. And this is their version. Now this is I think it was like 70 bucks, and which is quite a lot cheaper than the $200 Trick or Treat glove. And there are some differences on here. I started sharpening the blades on here a while ago and I stopped, got lazy. I'm not even sure if they're supposed to be sharpened like that. But what I will say though is that there's a lot of differences here. You look at the pinky on NECA's. This retainer right here is quite a bit different. And we have a square. This is squared off. I feel like this is more accurate, to be honest. I feel like that this loop was squared off on the pointer finger, which it's not on their replica glove. And this glove isn't cut up so much. There's more meat here on the fingertips to hold the glove in. And obviously there's some huge differences here with the safety pin and whatnot. What I do really like about NECA's glove is that they offer, or it comes with a plastic hand for display. And it even has like the little Nightmare on Elm Street logo on there. So you can just kind of, it's got a little base and you can just stand it up and it works great for display. And considering this is $200, I don't understand why they couldn't have included any kind of way of displaying this thing. But yeah, so there's some pretty good differences between the two. Let's go ahead and take a look. Just in colorization and wear. The strap does go across here, but like that. But just quite a bit different. I take that back. Let's take a look at this guy. There we go. Good grief, that's a lot to manage. Sorry guys. I'm sure all you're hearing is clinking around. But yeah, that's the difference between the two. It looks like the blade shapes are about the same though. So I don't know which one's more accurate. I feel like the NECA one is closer as far as the rings, retaining rings, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of differences here. And finally, I wanted to show you guys a comparison shot of the 4 different gloves from part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4, all by Trick or Treat Studios. You can see the different blade shapes between the different movies. And then, of course, the backs of the gloves. And then here they are, just reversed, so you can see the differences on the inside and of the leather glove itself. Alright guys, so that's about all there is to go over on this replica glove. Now, is it worth $200? I don't know, especially without the some kind of stand for it, which again, if NECA can do it at $70, I don't see why Trick or Treat Studios can't do that at $200. And also, there is a vast difference between the 2 gloves. Now, one is right and one is wrong. And is it the $70 one or the $200 one? I am unsure. I think that there are things that are right about the NECA that are wrong on the Trick or Treat, but maybe I'm off on what I remember. Anyway, feel free to leave any questions or comments that you have on this piece. If you know for sure on Freddy glove stuff, if you're an aficionado, I would love to hear from you on whether the Trick or Treat Studios is accurate or inaccurate, or what is wrong or what is right about it. Because I know a bunch of you guys are Freddy fans and really know about this stuff, and I'm Freddy's biggest fan. He is my favorite slasher by far. I just don't know in-depth details about the gloves he wore. So I'd love to hear from you. And also feel free to like and subscribe and click the bell for notifications for new videos. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.